How insanely gorgeous. What do you mean? It's just cute, okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Love Marby, where we talk about all things home, heart, and hosting. I'm Michelle Marby Davies, and if you are new here, just imagine if Oprah and Martha Stewart had a baby, that would basically be me, because I love rich, deep conversations, but I also love styling my home, having dinner parties, and just elevating my space in general. So that's what I share across all my platforms, but I am Marby's Kitchen on Instagram and on the TikToks. Now, we are Bobbiana Bobbying because it is fall. And she's cute or whatever. So I just finished filming a couple of other videos, but I wanted to style my living room because I've cleared the shelves. I'm going to show you in a second. The bookcases that I have just kind of flanked on either side, not bookcases, bookshelves that I have flanked on either side. And I got some really cute vases and pieces that I want to show you. So even though the light is not fully cooperating, we're gonna work with her because I know I showed you some vessels and some pieces that I had last week, but I wanna show you some more and just explore how I'm gonna style them. I'll walk you through styling them tonight, and maybe tomorrow morning when it's a bit brighter, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will show you what it looks like in the daylight. But I'm just kind of gonna figure it out and wing it and see. The first piece, which I already showed you last week, is this ginormous vessel from Next Home. Most of the pieces that I'm going to show you are from Next Home. It's tall. You can see it goes from, yeah, here to here, like my hip to my shoulders. It's quite tall. Absolutely love it. I already have one on my island, and this one they sent to me. It's just gorgeous. It's exactly the same thing, but the colors on both are slightly different because no two stoneware vases are going to look exactly the same. But I love it, and I feel like I might not put flowers or anything in this one. I might just style it on the bookcase at the very top just to switch things up a bit, because I think that's my main goal in here. I just want to switch things up a teensy little bit, okay? The next piece, which is also very tall and very gorgeous, is this ribbed. I hope the texture is showing, but it's ribbed. It's got like a rib detailing on it. This is also from Next Home, and it's just stunning. They have so many brands on there. I think they're kind of becoming more like the hub of many brands who maybe might not be able to facilitate like logistics, shipping, all of that kind of stuff. And there's just gorgeous pieces. But most of the stuff I'm showing you is from their own brand, like their own range. And I think this is just such a gorgeous styling piece. It's really tall, so it doesn't actually fit in the shelves the way I would have wanted it to. So again, I might see if I just opt for having it like right at the very top of the bookcase, just as a styling piece. Absolutely love it. And I know for fall, the go-to might be to pick darker vessels, you know, to reflect the season. But I just like to pick things that, I don't know, I just like, and I know I'm going to use in different seasons. So we're going with the neutrals. Okay. How gorgeous. How insanely gorgeous. What do you mean? It's just cute. Okay. Love the texture on this. Love the movement, love that the patterns kind of swirl and sashay from one side to the other. I'm really hoping that you can see this, but it's stunning. It's actually a vase, so you can put flowers in there because it's got the coating in there that would allow you to, and it's not porous, but it's just stunning. I just would use this as a vessel. I just love this piece. Absolutely love it. Next thing that I got is this, and I absolutely, how many times have I said absolutely love it? Because I absolutely love everything, but it's just gorgeous. I love the way it looks. It's got that kind of earthenware vibe to it. You can see like the texture and the patterns on it. This light is not doing a great job of letting you guys see the beauty of these, but it's really stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. It's got the enamel kind of coating on the inside as well, so you can put flowers in there. Hand wash only, it says. But I just adore the way this looks. Simple, and some of the deeper tones on there make it feel even more appropriate for fall. So how about that? Now, that large vase that I showed you at the beginning, this is the baby version of it, the sister version. So in my mind, I'm like, do I put one at the very top and then have, you know, the smaller one right beside it? Because I just want to create some visual interest in the living room. And I know I usually have these giant leaves. I don't know if you can see it in the shot, kind of in the corner, just as foliage. So I'm like, maybe because there's a lot going on this side already, I'll put the bigger vases that I'm trying to style on the other side so that there's just that visual texture when it comes to your eye line. But She's super cute, smaller, cute, compact. Love it. And speaking of mini sisters, this is the smaller version to the other big one that I showed you. It's small, it's textured, it's gorgeous. In my head, I'm just playing around and seeing like, do I want to put them beside each other? It's like big and small, but then I don't want it to look too samey. So I don't know, I'm gonna play around and see what I end up with, but I just think this is gorgeous as a styling piece. You can put some flowers in there. I think some whimsical flowers are really nice, like just flowing out of there. Even tulips in the spring would just be gorgeous out of this, but super duper cute. The other thing that I got from Next was the diffuser. I remember having Next diffusers back in the day and they smelled so good and they were so strong and they would always last forever and ever. So I decided to try one of them. Can I find the name? Lord Michelle. New York Noir, because I don't remember which one I had back in the day, but I love a good diffuser in the living room. I love when people walk in here and it has kind of like a scent profile of its own, even though it's similar enough to the others. But super cute, we love. It's everything from Next Home. Honestly, I think the pieces are just stunning and I can't wait to style them. And I think they work well with some of the other pieces that I have. So I've got this from H&M, which I think I showed you guys last time. And I'm gonna be styling it on the shelves to see how it goes. I just wanna mix and match and see and just have some freshness going on in here, but we might have to try this again tomorrow when the light is a bit better. I have some other pieces like the infamous H&M donut whole thingy bobbies, but I like to mix pieces like this in with other pieces where it doesn't look like everybody else's home or everybody else's pieces. But I don't mind sometimes, even if lots of people have it, if I like it, then I'm not too fussed. But I don't want it to look like a replica of everybody else's home. But these, cute. I have other bits like this as well from Home Sense or Home Goods, I believe. I've had this for probably 2 or 3 years. Super cute, and I want to see how I can play with styling that on these shelves as well. If you guys can see, there's all of these vases and I just need to style and see how I want to put them on these shelves. So it's this shelf and then this shelf as well, and just decide what's the styling going to be like, what are we going to do. And yeah, this is the one, the giant one that I said I might put right at the very top and just allow that to go all the way to the ceiling. The same with the other giant one. And just see, but yeah, there's a couple other pieces. There's a fallen one there that kind of broke and I don't know if there's any hope. And then I also had some chests that sometimes I have on the table, but when my godson comes around, he likes to play with it. And yeah, I just end up moving it up instead. So I don't know, I might bring that back down to the coffee table. I've got a set of 2. They're like 2 round coffee tables that sit next to each other. I've got this floral arrangement here, which is just basically magnolia leaves and fern leaves because I was making tablescapes to show you guys, but I love the way this looks on the table and it's on a stack of books as well. Super duper cute, cutesy, very demurely. I also have games that normally I have stacked on the shelf, but I don't know if I want to keep those there because, I don't know, I don't know, I'll see. I like that it's not like a normal Monopoly and it's kind of vintagey and it's got the wooden box, but I don't know how I feel about it being on the shelf anymore, but we'll kind of see what we end up with when we actually style these pieces. But these are the bookcases and I wanna fill them up. So I don't know if I should continue or wait till the light is better. Hello, beautiful people. It has definitely been probably 2 weeks since I filmed the first part of that video, or maybe a week and a half. But I thought I would just show you what I ended up doing because trying to style it on the day, it just wasn't coming together. Ignore the mess in the middle of the table. I can't figure out where these bits are going to go. But this is essentially what the bookshelves look like currently, and I absolutely love it. I might still play around with it. I've moved the pieces that I didn't end up using to my room. So let me show you what I did on this one on the right bookshelf. So for anyone who might be wondering, these are just from IKEA. They are part of the Vitsjo range. And the table is part of that as well. And I typically, I got these because I feel like they work well with everything else in my apartment. Like, you know, the console table that is kind of black and glass as well, but they aren't from the same range. But I kind of love that. So I ended up going with kind of like just a mismatch of different things. If you remember, I didn't like the height difference between one of the other vessels that I was trying to use, which was too low down. So I kind of made a grouping. Normally I stick to 3, but I've done a grouping of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. These candlesticks would normally be on the dining table, the swirly candlesticks from H&M. I'm going to show them to you. I showed them in another video, but for now, because my dining table had, I actually needed it for a tablescape. So I've just popped these here. And that's what I like about working with the neutrals. I can move things as and when needed. So I've got the large vase from Next, the giant one. Then I've got a Jo Malone candle, this wildberry and bramble candle. The scent is so great. There is no candle left in there, but I love that you can still use it just kind of as a vessel, and I think it just looks beautiful. And then still this vase, the smaller one of the big one that I showed you before, but I adore the way the top looks. I think it's just a nice grouping. And also, just to hop over so you can see the difference on this side, I've done a grouping as well, but I've done a grouping of 3 because I just think having 2 at the top where it looks quite high up, I like the way that looks personally. I know here you can have your view and it can work for you where you are, but this is what I love. So then I've gone in on the next shelf. I didn't want to do vases because I just thought it would look, I just needed to have a visual break. Although I typically prefer this noughts and crosses set when I can actually see it lower down, but for now it's just gonna stay here. This, I think I mentioned previously, this is actually a photo album, but there's this gorgeous company. If you type this online, it should probably come up, but they make the photo albums look like coffee table books. And I just think that's super stunning because you can keep pictures in there. I would actually like to print out some of my digital pictures and keep them. I've got a couple of them. I think I've got 2 or 3. Yeah, I've got one on my console table there. I don't know if I've got another one somewhere else, but yeah, I absolutely love them. And I think it's just fantastic. And it's such a great styling hack as well, because the books that I do keep in my house are actually books that I do like to read and want to read. So I didn't just want to have empty books. So this was a great alternative because I can actually put pictures in there. And then I've just done a stack again for visual interest. It would look completely different if I put just this down. So that's what I always talk about in terms of just building stacks, so you can actually see a difference because you're adding height to it. And I spoke about that in my other video. And then I've got this Jo Malone diffuser. I need to add an actual scent to it, but I love this holder because I think I took it from my aunt. It comes from like an art collection they did or collaboration. And when I want something more colorful, I can flip it this way, and otherwise I can just keep it kind of plain. I think it's Martin Thompson. And then the next shelf I've got, again, initially, remember I wanted to put this smaller one up with the bigger version of it, but it just looked too matchy. So I've got this together here. I think it would be nice if I could have something small here. So it's a 3, but for now, we're just going to stick with that. And then on the next shelf, we've got the infamous H&M bits. You've probably seen them everywhere. And then I've also just got my printer down at the bottom, but I love the way this side looks. It's very simple. I will probably end up playing with it and changing things around, but for now, that's what it is. The middle table, I need to figure out a little situation because I love this kind of tray. My camera's just sitting on there. This marble tray that I have, and then the marble holder that is technically for pens. Without the marble holder, it's got like a wooden oak thing on the side there. But either way, I just need to figure out my desk situation, and those gains probably won't stay there, but for now, it just is what it is. But I love the way this side looks. I was watching The Resident, but I said, let me pause to show you guys. Now we come over to this side. I'm going to try and let the light make sense. But yeah, I've got the big version of this small one that's over here. And I've just paired it with this, the head, the half head. I can't remember who that is. Is it Abe Lincoln? I'm not sure. Found it in Home Goods, TK Maxx. And then I've got the candle and the cloche. Again, the candle has finished, but I just think I'm never really going to take that off, on and off. So I've just kept it as is, and I like the way it looks. Put that candlestick there. Ideally, it shouldn't be there. Ideally, it should just be this, but I needed somewhere to put it. Can you see that actually looks better as a 3? It really does look better as just 3 instead of 4. I don't know why, but it just, things work better in odd numbers. Then I've done this chess set. I can't play chess, but I think it's such a gorgeous set. I think I got it from Printworks. I'm not sure. There's so many options in terms of chess sets that you can buy, and I think they're just a gorgeous addition. The marble ones are stunning, but I'm like, I already have this one, so I don't need to add any more. And I've got my hourglass. I don't know if it's hourglass or a minute or how long it is, but I think I just like the clear versions of these, probably more than the gold ones that I've seen. And then this moss ball was on my console table, but I needed something low. I just wanted something low here. So I moved it from my console table in the hallway over here. And these coasters, I think, are just so gorgeous. I hope my hands don't look ashy on camera. Anyway, they're from TK Maxx Home Goods. And I just like having a variety of coasters in the living room. I've got these, and then I've also got some on the actual side tables that I have as well, but just to have them within reach. This was just a bowl that I got from, I think, Home Goods again, and I just add moss in there. Probably in the springtime, I will change out this moss because I think I've gone for reindeer moss, and this is technically the color it should really be, but when it starts to kind of die over time, this is probably about 2 years old or so, the moss itself, and so I need to replace it. But I actually like how it doesn't look too vibrant for this season, for autumn winter, so I'm going to stick with that there for a second. On the bottom shelf, I've got a basket that I got from IKEA. I got two, one is somewhere else, and it just has kind of blankets that I have out for guests. Now those vases, the other ones, I've just done like a trio because that was quite tall and closer to the top. I didn't like the way it looked on the higher shelves, so I've kept it down here, but I think it's so stunning. I really do love it. And then I've got, what is this? The other one from H&M and another one from H&M, but this is from Next as well. And just again, a little trio situation. And I like the way this has come together. Everything that I ended up not using, I've left it in other parts of the home, like in my room and stuff. But this is how everything has come together essentially. And I just thought I'd show you guys slightly different format from how I would normally show you. But instead of just having you like watch me put it together bit by bit, I'm just trying something different. And I'm also trying to save time because I'm going to show you a sneak peek. My Christmas decorations, I went to get them this morning. We're doing something different. We're doing burgundy this year. So let me show you a sneak peek. But yeah, these are what the shelves look like with the bits and pieces that I've used from Next Home to style them. And Trey Love, need to sort this out and just have somewhere else for my camera equipment. Maybe I might figure out how to keep them in my room on the cabinet that I've got there. Yeah, that might work a bit better. And then somewhere for these games to go. Or maybe I'll put the games in here if they fit. Okay, let me show you the Christmas decorations. Let me show you. So, so much going on. I've got garlands, I've got faux wreaths. I use a faux tree. And these are what I picked up. I'm so nervous because I've never done red. I am more of a burnt orange, brown, copper. I like to play it like safe in this region right here. And then I was like, you've wanted to do red for a while. You wanted to try, just try. So sneak peek, I'm going to show you. These are like old baubles, plastic ones that are going to go in the middle of the tree. This is way too red for my liking. The color is not even coming off accurately on camera. Too red for my liking, but it came in a mixed pack. And I really like this that it came with, which is more burgundy, which is what I want. So I'm going to use these inside the tree to fill up. I'm going to share my hacks and my tricks, but when you fill up the middle of the tree, it actually makes a difference to how full your tree looks. But it's coming off a lot brighter on camera. But this burgundy, super, super cute. We're going to do a Christmas video and I'm going to show you how I put it together. And I even got a planter for the tree. Yeah. So it's going to be great. I've got a radiator cover as well, so I can actually style the top of the radiator. It's just, there's just so much going on. Like, yeah. And I got jingle bells. For the first time, I got jingle bells from, where is it from? Hobby Lobby, I think. And then this ribbon I found and I was like, I actually already have burgundy ribbon, but I've ordered some more. And I think it's just going to be stupid cute. I can't wait to show you guys. I might not do red everywhere. And I'm going to try and see if I can mix the red in with some of the browns. I'll see. I'll probably use my other camera because using this, I don't think you guys actually will get a proper sense of the colors. But I like to lay everything out and group it. So when I'm decorating, I can either listen to a podcast or some music, Christmas music, and just get into the vibe of it all. So stay tuned, y'all. Is it from me? I have a lot to do. I'm traveling in like 2 days. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys what I ended up doing. The other pieces are in my bedroom that I didn't end up using on these shelves. But yeah, I need to go and start actually like doing some proper holiday prep. So I'm gonna see y'all later.